So let's see what's been going on. So in your recent past, we have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And we also have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So we have the Ace of Cups. So this already tells me that you really care about somebody that has returned to your life, and I feel as though they care about you as well. So, you know, there's like this kind of emotional reunion that has happened for some of you. Again, this is a general reading. So recently you could have reconnected with somebody, and someone could have made you an offer. And if someone is making you an offer and kind of telling you how they feel, I feel as though it's coming from a genuine place. You know, here with the Knight of Cups, this Knight has this cup full of love, and their cup is overflowing here. So this person is really genuine, I feel. Even though they might not be moving as fast as what you like, this person can offer you stability and security is what I feel like, even though they might not be moving that quick. So we also have the Three of Cups. So this speaks about some kind of celebration. So some of you could have recently got engaged, or you could have entered into some kind of stable relationship here. You know, the Knight of Cups is all about offer, and then the Three of Cups is all about celebration, and then we have love here. So you could have reconciled with somebody, you could have entered into a relationship with them, or a partner could have proposed. So yeah, so there's been a lot going on. So we also have the Eight of Cups, we have the Ten of Swords, we have the Ten of Wands, we have the Sun. So this is happiness. You know, for some of you, you're just in your element at the moment, you're happy, you're content. We have the Two of Swords, we have the Three of Swords as well. Okay, so for those of you that aren't in a situation where you're kind of happy at the moment, I feel like there could be some kind of there's been some kind of betrayal, there's been arguments that's been happening for some of you, but yeah, there is this strong emotion, and you know, there is love. Basically, there are strong feelings. So some of you as well, I feel as though this is relating to work. You could be working too hard at a job and you're now flat out exhausted. You know, some of you are just working too hard, but it's like you're refusing to see it, and you're so kind of persistent. It's like, I need to work. But some of you are walking away from this now. Some of you are walking away from heartache. You're walking away from a bad situation as well. And with the Ten of Swords, it's like it's not going to get any worse. It's already kind of got as bad as it can get for some of you. So things are on the up now. So again, some of you need to pay attention to the fact that you are working too hard. It's like you're not thinking about your physical health. You're just so determined to work. You're just working flat out here. And this person is kind of ignoring it. And I almost feel for some of you there's warning signs that are coming from you working too hard. You know, and yeah, if you're not careful, this is how you could end up, just flat out exhausted. And the advice is free yourself from it. So if you are in a bad situation, if you are working too hard, if you are in a very, very demanding environment, you need to leave, okay, for the sake of your health. You know, this is very serious stuff, Libra, I have to be honest. You know, you need to take some time out to rest, okay? Walk away from it. And again, some of you are walking away from arguments, you're walking away from heartache, you're walking away from being stabbed in the back. And betrayal is what I feel like. So that's your recent past, and that's what's coming from your from your past and affecting your present. So let's look at what's going on in your present moment. For some of you, these energies play out at different times for different people. So this is your present. This situation involves marriage. So again, some of you could have just got married. Some of you could have just got engaged, and this is a wedding partner. For some of you, you're not married or engaged yet, but this situation does involve marriage for some of you, and you've kind of invested a lot of time and a lot of energy, and you're waiting for things to kind of bear fruit now and to pay off, because some of you know here with the High Priestess that this is your marriage partner. Some of you know that this person is worth it. And again, we have the Nine of Cups, so this is happiness, this is contentment, you know. So this speaks about you being very happy in a marriage at the moment for some of you. You know, this is kind of everything that you could ever ask for. And for those of you that haven't achieved it yet, you know that you can have this with somebody, so you're persevering and you're being very, very ambitious with this person. It could be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius we're talking about. Here with the King of Wands, this is fire energy. So some of you just have a lot of passion for this person. But again, I feel as though you're kind of taking your time, you're putting in hard work, because you know that this person could be the person that you end up marrying for some of you. Or for some of you, you just know that this person, you could be very happy with them. So you're kind of persevering through all of the bad times. Again, some of you going back to work, you're just working and working and working, and you're waiting for things to pay off. So in your future, we have pay attention to the red flags, the signs of caution in you, and we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. So here we have the Tower, we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Five of Cups, we have the Page of Wands, we have the Five of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, we have the Hanged Man, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. So for those of you that are working and waiting for things to pay off, I feel like they will. But I feel as though in terms of your job, in terms of your career, I know that this is a love reading, but sometimes money and jobs do actually, you know, show up in readings. So I will speak about it. I feel like there could be a job or something that ends drastically, you know, because in your past and in your present, you do have you just overworking, you know, and it's becoming too much now. You're doing too much at once, is what I feel like. So even though you're starting to see money coming in, it's not worth it. And, you know, it's time to leave now. You need to pay attention to the red flags, the signs of caution in you. So if you leave a job, which I feel as though for some of you, this isn't for all of you, you know, a job could be coming to an end, you could leave, or maybe, you know, for some reason you leave. This is sudden, but I wouldn't worry, you know, there is money coming in still, and there's a offer of a new job. So it's like, if some of you leave a job, it's like a job appears almost straight away, is what I feel like. Some of you could be just rebalancing finances, and now you're able to go out and spend money on yourself, is what I feel like. So yeah, so obviously going back to love, we have your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So here we have the Hangman. So you're being patient. You know, again, some of you could be getting engaged, some of you could be getting married. So, you know, there's a lot going on with love and romance at the moment, but I feel as though you're kind of juggling work and your love life together. You know, and some of you do really feel as though you're trapped in a job, and, you know, when something ends, it's like you're kind of sad about it, but I wouldn't worry. You know, you're still gonna have your relationship at the end of it, or a new relationship for some of you, and you still have your financial security as well, you know, because here with the King of Pentacles, this is a very stable and secure energy, and you have the Five of Swords as well. So I feel like whatever obstacles you're kind of up against throughout October, you kind of triumph over it. This man has taken his enemy's sword, so you will come out on top. So it's nothing major really. It's just a minor kind of upset. And once this ending occurs, there's a new beginning. You're not trapped. This Tower energy is coming to free you from this kind of energy where you're feeling stuck, you're feeling trapped, from the Eight of Swords. This is all about like a mental prison, feeling as though you're trapped and thinking you're trapped, but really you're not. And this comes to set you free. So even though it's a intense kind of energy, I feel like it's what you need right now. And for those of you that do end up leaving the job, you have the ambition to go and get something, and it's going to come almost straight away for some of you. And I feel like this situation that you've been going through, it's almost like a lesson learned. With the Hangman, just kind of being stuck there. While he's been going through this, he's learned his lesson. He's got this light here illuminating around his head, and this shows he's learned from his lessons. So yeah. So I feel as though some of you as well could be patiently waiting for this commitment, and here it's coming, okay? So this stable relationship, it's definitely on its way. But when things are secure, I feel like these are things that happen over time. It doesn't happen straight away. Sometimes things can move a little bit slower than what we would like, but these are the things that are likely to offer you more security in the long run. So for those of you that are waiting patiently for someone to make an offer for some kind of security, it is coming. Just need to be patient. It could be with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here with the King of Pentacles, but it doesn't have to be that sign. So let's see what's happening in your overall energy. So in your overall energy, you have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So with this tower energy as well, whatever you're kind of relying on that's not good for you, maybe you're dealing with someone that has drug and alcohol addictions, this is kind of ending now. Okay, so whether somebody's depending on you financially, maybe you're kind of paying for everything, and someone's really relying on you financially. It's basically saying this person cannot rely on you anymore, and it's about taking back your power. You're no willing to be their kind of like personal bank, so to speak. So if someone is relying on you financially, they're not going to be able to for much longer. But I feel like someone is definitely holding on to something. And again, with this Tower energy, it's all about setting yourself free. So I don't feel as though it's anything bad. Someone is holding on to something. So here we have the Empress. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Lovers, and we have Death. So something is ending, and I feel like it's a good ending. It's not a bad ending. And then it's like this ending happens, and then love comes in, and then you have all this abundance. And here we have the Three of Wands. So this is all about going on a journey. It's all about, like going on like a new adventure and freedom. It's all about freedom, so yeah. And then kind of like on this journey you find love, and there's all this abundance. So for some of you throughout October, I would be careful, because the Lovers along with the Empress can represent pregnancy. So for those of you, I would be careful. You could fall pregnant throughout the month of October, or you could get someone pregnant. So if you don't want to find yourself in that situation, I would be very careful. For some of you, you're dealing with a Scorpio. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, you could get them pregnant. So be careful, or you could fall pregnant from a Scorpio. So be careful. So where you will find yourself, we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So we have the Knight of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands. So there's a lot of movement. A lot of movement. These two are very fast moving energies. The Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight in the whole deck. And the Eight of Wands is all about speed. You know, it's all about quick, fast movement. So things are actually moving really, really quick now. You know, it's like, and these two cards, forgiving and learning, and the Eight of Wands, I feel as though you're quickly moving on from a situation. You know, you've quickly learned from something and you're moving on from it. So here we have the Nine of Wands as well. We have the Star. We have the Page of Pentacles as well. So some of you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. And you could be a little bit kind of reserved at the moment. You could be watching your back with this person. But the advice is, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So there's some kind of forgiveness that needs to take place here, so you can move forward. The Eight of Wands can mean moving forward as well. You know, so maybe you're watching over your shoulder, but there's not really a need to. You know, this isn't surrounded by any other cards that are actually negative. And again, forgiving and learning. Here we have the Star as well. So this can talk about rejuvenation, things restoring themselves. And it can mean wish fulfillment as well. So some of you could find yourself in a place that's really, really happy, you know, and you're just content and things work out. Especially if you're dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, again with an Aquarius. So there's a need to forgive somebody here and move on from things. So in your environment, we have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Two of Cups. So some of you entering a very stable relationship soon, and this is soulmate energy. So yeah, a very happy and committed relationship. We have the World. We have the Queen of Swords. So this is Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. So I feel like a third party situation here has ended, and it's been causing you a lot of grief, a lot of stress. It could be causing the other person a lot of grief, a lot of stress. So if you've been the one that's got more than one option and you've been in, you know, some kind of love affair, it's ended now. And I feel like all the stress and everything now, it's gone, okay? This could be with a Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. Happy relationship very soon. Doesn't have to be that sign. It could also mean you as well, Libra. The Queen of Swords does also represent Libra, so this could be you moving forward into a happy relationship. It could be with any sign. So in your hopes and fears, you have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So we have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Magician. And we have the Six of Swords. So some of you are worried that someone has gone away for good, and you're hoping to manifest this change. Some of you are worried about your career. Some of you are worried about your finances here. You know, but again, this is just fears and hopes as well. So, you know, there's a need to think positively. There's a need to be optimistic here, because I feel like things are going to turn out in your favour with the Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like this has appeared in the reading as a kind of reassurance that You know, the kind of fears that you have, it's not going to materialize. So again, you know, some of you are hoping to manifest a new job. Some of you are hoping to manifest money, you know, and more financial security with the Magician and the Ten of Pentacles. And again, some of you are worried that you've lost a relationship for good here with the Six of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. And your outcome is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. We have the Queen of Cups. Again, emotion. We have the Fool. This is a new journey and a leap of faith. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel as though you're really going to go after what you want in the month of October. We could be looking at a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Gemini or Libra here, or someone from the past. I feel like there's going to be a new journey with someone from the past that you still have feelings for. They could still have feelings for you. I feel like someone's coming in. There's going to be a new form of communication with someone from the past. So yeah, I feel as though October will be a good month. I feel as though you will have obstacles, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just, you know, embrace whatever comes. And yeah, I feel as though eventually you will be fine. Yeah, so it's all good in October, really. You know, things are definitely working out. You just need to have faith that things are going to be good. You know, and I feel like this is your card for from October. You need to stay optimistic. You need to be positive, and things will turn out in your favour. Okay, and this person as well that you're thinking of, if you know, they do have feelings for you, so there is a need to be optimistic and positive. The Queen of Cups is all about someone that has feelings. It's all about someone that's emotionally balanced. And again, the Queen of Pentacles is all about someone that's, you know, secure, that can offer you security as well. And these aren't gender specific, so even though they're queens, they could represent masculine energies as well, you know. So, and there's a new start with somebody, and there's a need to take a leap of faith with someone that you have feelings with. Again, it could be someone from the past, and this could be you also, Libra, kind of like charging in and making this new start happen with someone from the past. There's a need to take a leap of faith. So definitely love is coming in, but I just feel as though there's a few things that need balancing out. There's a few things that need adjusting, and I feel as though you're going to make the changes that you need throughout October.